In a world steeped in myth and mystery, Zecharia Sitchin's The 12th Planet emerges as a controversial yet utterly captivating exploration of Earth's ancient past. This groundbreaking work dares to challenge the conventional narratives of human origins, offering a radical reinterpretation of Sumerian texts that suggests our history is far more extraordinary than we've been led to believe. Prepare to embark on a journey through time where gods and men walked side by side, where advanced technology thrived in the cradle of civilization, and where the celestial dance of planets shaped the very foundations of our existence. Our story begins not on Earth, but in the vast, enigmatic expanse of our solar system.
Our journey begins in Mesopotamia, the cradle of Sumerian civilization, whose cuneiform texts, deciphered in the 19th century, reveal a surprising story. Sitchin argues that these texts are not mere mythological allegories, but meticulous records of actual events, chronicles of a time when extraterrestrial beings, the Nephilim, walked the earth. Imagine the astonishment of the first archaeologists unearthing complex cities, advanced irrigation systems, and incredibly precise astronomical knowledge, all appearing in the blink of an eye on the geological timescale. Sitchin presents Sumer as the canvas where the saga of the Nephilim unfolded, leaving indelible marks on human history. At the heart of Sitchin's narrative is Nibiru, the 12th planet, a celestial body with a 600-year elliptical orbit that takes it to the edges of the solar system and periodically brings it close to Earth. Described by the Sumerians as the planet of crossing, Nibiru becomes the link between Earth and the home of the Nephilim. Sitchin details Nibiru's unusual orbital characteristics, comparing them to the orbits of other planets, and even to the erratic trajectory of comets. He suggests that Nibiru's gravitational influence not only shaped the formation of the solar system, but also triggered catastrophic events on Earth, including the Great Flood. Sitchin describes the arrival of the Nephilim on Earth as a true space odyssey. Traveling aboard Nibiru, these advanced beings cross the orbits of the outer planets, finally landing in the waters of the Persian Gulf. Images of ancient depictions of fishmen, like Oannes described by Berossus, are interpreted by Sitchin as possible references to the first astronauts emerging from their space capsules after splashdown. The narrative comes alive with the description of the founding of Eridu, the first Earth base of the Nephilim, an outpost on a still transforming planet. Enki, the god of wisdom and engineering, takes on the role of protagonist in the colonization of Earth. Sitchin details Enki's efforts to drain the Mesopotamian marshes, build irrigation canals, and erect the first ziggurats, imposing structures that served not only as temples, but also as communication platforms with Nibiru. Quotes from ancient Sumerian poems, such as Enki and the World Order, reinforce the image of Enki as the master builder who shaped the terrestrial landscape to meet the needs of the Nephilim. The narrative explores Enki's ingenuity and scientific knowledge, contrasting them with the rudimentary skills of early humans. The increasing need for gold led the Nephilim to intensify their mining operations. Sitchin describes the heavy burden placed on the Anunnaki, the Nephilim workers, who rebelled against the harsh working conditions. The narrative gains drama with the description of the revolt, detailing the Anunnaki's complaints and the ensuing conflict. Sitchin delves into the myth of the pickaxe, a Sumerian text he interprets as an account of the Anunnaki revolt and their quest for better working conditions. The narrative connects the Anunnaki's exploitation to the Nephilim's search for gold and other earthly resources, highlighting the importance of precious metals for their advanced civilization. Faced with the Anunnaki revolt, Enki proposes a radical solution: to create a primitive worker, the Lulu, to alleviate the burden of the gods. Sitchin describes the process of man's creation as an act of genetic engineering, where the Nephilim combined their own DNA with that of Homo erectus, resulting in the emergence of Homo sapiens. The narrative details the steps of genetic manipulation, exploring the scientific and ethical implications of this creative act. Sitchin analyzes the different versions of the creation myth present in Sumerian, Babylonian, and biblical texts, highlighting the similarities and differences between them, and reinforcing his interpretation. The biblical story of the Garden of Eden is reinterpreted by Sitchin in light of the Nephilim's intervention. The knowing acquired by Adam and Eve through the forbidden fruit represents, in his view, the ability to procreate, a gift bestowed by the serpent, whom Sitchin identifies with Enki, the god of wisdom. The narrative explores Enki's motivations for defying Enlil and granting humans the ability to reproduce, highlighting the conflict between the two gods and their differing views on humanity. Adam and Eve's disobedience and the proliferation of humankind displease Enlil, who decides to exterminate the human race with a flood. Sitchin details the events leading up to the catastrophe, connecting them to Nibiru's approach and its gravitational influence on Earth. The narrative describes the construction of the Ark by Utnapishtim, the Sumerian Noah, under Enki's secret instructions, and the Nephilim's escape in their spacecraft. Sitchin analyzes the geological and climatic evidence that corroborates the theory of a catastrophic flood, emphasizing the accuracy of the ancient accounts. After the flood, the Nephilim return to Earth and decide to guide the surviving humans, teaching them agriculture, animal domestication, and the construction of new cities. Sitchin explores the rise of civilizations in Egypt and the Indus Valley, suggesting they were influenced by the Nephilim as part of a divide and conquer plan. The narrative analyzes the architecture, symbols, and myths of these civilizations, highlighting connections to Sumerian culture. Sitchin also discusses the myth of the Tower of Babel, interpreting it as a human attempt to re-establish communication with the gods and the resulting diversification of languages as a Nephilim strategy to prevent humanity's unification. With humanity spreading across the globe, the Nephilim institute kingship as a system of control, appointing human kings to rule in their name. Sitchin describes the relationship between the gods and the kings, analyzing ancient texts and monuments that portray divine intervention in human affairs. He explores the wars and conquests of antiquity as reflections of the conflicts between the gods and their different factions. The narrative follows the gradual decline of the Nephilim's influence as humanity becomes more independent and the gods withdraw from earthly affairs. The 12th planet, with its extraordinary claims, challenges us to re-evaluate our past and contemplate the implications for the future. Sitchin's work, although controversial, awakens our curiosity and invites us to explore the mysteries of human history with a fresh perspective. As we gaze at the stars, the question lingers: is Nibiru, the wandering planet, destined to return, bringing with it the echoes of a forgotten era and the destiny of humankind?
Wisdom rises, the fields alive.